Someone has been wanting to make a passionate declaration is what's come through. But I'm also seeing a sunset, so that could be relevant for you. Or this could be something to do with the evening time. But there's also something about a snake in the grass. So I feel like there's been some kind of involvement here. Maybe like another person, another party, or I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just going to confirm what this situation is for you. Okay, so there's letter there. So that is communication, wanting to make contact, okay? So that's, oh my God, I got the snake at the bottom of the deck. It's confirmation then. That says deception, jealousy, betrayal, silent treatment. So this would be somebody who you haven't heard from in a while, but I think there's more to it than you realise, okay? Let's see. I'm also seeing somebody, you know the notes app? Somebody could be, either they're writing in a notepad or like their notes app on their phone or something. Okay, resources, fish, number 27347, letter K. Someone's definitely been investing. There's something about investing. Specifically when it comes to resources, woman at the bottom of the deck. So that could be the divine feminine energy here, is really focused on building her resources, her finances, or at least, yeah, there's something about multiplying coming through, okay? So whatever she's working on, the key, it's beautiful. So there's going to be a solution. There's a solution coming through, there's clarity. Number 33 and number 8 as well. Then you've got the coffin, okay? Could be seeing these symbols as well, you know. So there's definitely been something that ended, was over and done, okay? And I think that has something to do with that snake energy again at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that's feels like what the current situation is, okay? But I also feel like with this divine feminine energy who's focused so much on her resources, there's something coming through for her that's going to bring her some kind of solution to whatever this is that she's been experiencing, and there's going to be an end to that kind of whatever was in, you know, the snake in the grass, that was really, I think it was influencing her in terms, you know, her abundant path. I think it was influencing her, and I don't even know if she's realised that, but it's coming to an end. Man, divine masculine energy, so it's coming to an end there, okay? So this is a masculine energy who wants to communicate, who wants to make that declaration, okay? Road, crossroads, multiple choices, weighing up their options. So this is someone who's independent. They like to travel. This could be a two-way thing, actually. There could be a journey, like a road trip that needs to be taken. So maybe you're at a distance here, okay? Someone's really trying to understand what their options are in terms of how they can move forward here, okay? Yeah, there's been this obstacle, but this is where they're finding a solution. There's been delays. Someone's really blocked themselves off from this pride, acting indifferent, being stubborn, okay? But this is where there's a solution coming through now, okay? Let's see. The woman, she did come out. Feminine energy. Okay, and this is also something about, this is giving, especially with that coffin energy, this, whatever this is ended, this situation. So there might have been someone else in the background. But whatever that is, that's come to an end, okay? And I think this is why someone's really trying to honour like how they move forwards, because they don't want this to become any kind of entanglement moving forwards, okay? Number 28, 22, 21, 29, 8, okay? And the letters A and Q could be important as well, okay? Yeah, Page of Wands, someone's taking action. Small action. I'm hearing they really want to invest here, okay? But again, there's that energy of doing it in a way, 9 of Cups. Yeah. Then they know what they want to move towards, right? They have their desire here, and it's kind of like, it's like in front of their face, but they're just trying to find the solution to this obstacle which is coming through. And this is why it's kind of like that crossroads right now. They've been going through quite a journey here, actually. I also feel like they could have some kind of decision to make when it comes to their finances. So maybe there's something about whether it's a career path or business. I feel like this might be connected to that energy that's coming to an end as well. Okay, justice, karmic cycle. the Lovers. You know, when I say karmic cycle, that's so different for so many different people, right? I know some people just automatically think of this, that obvious thing or the first thing that people always talk about, but it's so different in so many different ways. But this is definitely saying someone's learning how to follow their heart without kind of the deceptive ways, right? They're learning how to say, yes, this is my true heart's desire. Okay, and I think that with that Page of Wands as well, I feel like there's this, you know, like this surge of energy that they have. Again, that feels like that passionate energy that they want to really follow through on this time. I said this time, so maybe, yeah, there've been obstacles before. They've wanted to do this before. Page of Cups. That's given me again, you know, in this as well, he's literally writing a letter and he's keeps screwing it up and throwing it away. There's loads of letters that he's just thrown away. That's giving the energy of that notepad, you know, writing message after message, but wanting to make it right. So I feel like another reason why this is so difficult is because there's something to do with this energy that has come to an end. But they're going to need to be honest about that so that it doesn't become a problem moving forwards. 10 of Cups, this is really beautiful. So someone really does want, look, that's 10 of Cups, 9 to 10 of Cups. Wish for, Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment specifically. Okay, so this is going to feel really prosperous, but in a heartfelt way, you know, this kind of forward action, forward movement. And I think that it's been on someone's mind for a while. They've really been trying to find a solution here, okay? Something about the mountains could be important. Maybe you see mountains a lot. Maybe you live near mountains. Maybe you like hikes and stuff. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles. That's interesting. The Lovers again at the bottom of the deck. I think someone's gathering they're gathering like their tools, their resources right now to really see how they can create something that's going to really be worth investing in. Ooh, King of Pentacles, that's better. King of Pentacles, yeah, that's like, and the Hierophant, these are like, these two together, that is giving, you know, very stable, dependable energy, but also there's something very traditional about this energy. So I think maybe they were brought up in like maybe religious settings, but there's certainly somebody who, it's kind of like they're learning how to honor their values. And this is, oh my God, Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. That's giving, I instantly just had marriage because the Hierophant sitting between the King and Queen of Pentacles. I think that's what's on someone's, that's what the wish is, the Nine of Cups. They understand that to get to that point, they're going to need to take these small actions, okay? Eight of Pentacles, yeah. Working 8 could be important. 10 of Wands. So let's just see this obstacle. Ace of Cups, oh my God, that's come out with the 10 of, you know what it is, whatever this obstacle is, they've closed it out. They are closing it out in their own way. 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, confirmation that this is either something to do with a past connection, as in whatever they're closing out, right? Which makes sense because that's what's been coming through. But I also feel like this could be somebody who you knew in the past in some way, okay? And with all the retrograde energy as well, it could be something that's coming back around, but in a way where I feel like there's more emotional balance, okay? 10-10 could be important as well for somebody. I feel like, you know, when you want to do something brand new in a way that you've not done it before. So someone's really trying to understand what this is going to look like so they can avoid any potential obstacles. Yeah, they want success, 6 of Wands. They want to do this and know that it's going to be successful. So it's like they want to take the risk, but they want to avoid like failing. So whatever this is, when it comes to this ending that's happening with this other energy, it could be just some kind of feminine energy. It doesn't have to be like romantic, but it's had something to do with their finances and they're really regaining their balance. So it's kind of like they're saying, no, you can't indulge in everything that I've been working for. That's mine, right? But in a way where it's kind of like healthy. They're not kind of causing chaos. And that's the thing, I think, why they want to avoid any further obstacles. So it's really about doing things in a way where there's a solution and not just more problems being created at the same time, okay? And that's, again, part of this road, this journey, weighing up the options, you know, the multiple choices. But there's success here moving forwards, okay? I will say with this Empress that's come out as well, she's come out with the Justice card and the Eight of Pentacles. There's something about her, this divine feminine specifically, that was coming through initially as well, who there's something that she's working on. It's something to do with the karmic energy of abundance, something about abundance. Maybe she's not seen herself as worthy of abundance, or maybe there's just something generational that she's had to really clear through, but this is something she's really beautifully balancing, and as she's doing that, this masculine energy is finding his balance in that same way. So there's something mirroring there, okay, very specific. And as for this Page of Cups, this is someone who for a while has wanted to connect, like find a connection here between these two energies, okay, but they haven't, and I think they have this, I think that they've been really sad. Truly, they've been really sad about not having this connection in their life, okay? But they've also understood that it's kind of like they've felt they've had to carry the weight. And I don't think it was something that they were expecting to carry. It's kind of just developed over time, this heaviness, right? And so now they want to clear that gap, right? And so they're working on closing that out. They're working on this rejection fear. Truly, they're working on that rejection fear. But 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Magician, like I say, they're gathering their resources to create this. And I don't think that the divine feminine energy here realizes she's also being prepared to offer her resources in this. I think that's some kind of divine intervention, divine feminine, the Empress here. She's following her divine guidance. She's connected to like divine source, however you want to put it, okay? Removing the unwanted, purging, restoring harmony, total makeover. So there's definitely, with that 10 of Wands, that clearing of that heaviness, that's really real right now. And we've got a full moon as I'm recording this in a few days as well. So it could be there's going to be quite a release then. Okay, really close with Lionsgate portal as well. Milky Way, okay, so someone could be really, you might have a social media presence, okay? It's going to be expanding. Okay, there's something really about allowing yourself to honor the exposure, and with that energy that was coming through about that karmic energy that the divine feminine is closing out, really honoring her abundant path. Now this could be connected to her, finally allowing herself to be seen, to be in the spotlight, to find connection as well, something about connecting with the right people. I think that's going to be part of that emotional fulfillment. It's I've suddenly heard like creating family, but when I say family, when you have people in your life that are so special, the bonds that are so special, it just feels like family, the chosen, the ones you can choose, the family you can choose. Magnifying glass, okay, getting more information, clarity, details, examining the fine print, especially Mercury retrograde, examining the fine print before you say yes to things, right? So there's definitely something about someone's finding, again, the details are really important here. That energy of finding the resources, recognizing what are the details, man at the bottom of the deck. So it could be the masculine energy who's really doing their research right now in terms of how they can move forwards, finding more clarity so that they don't create more problems, with the ending that they're experiencing, so that they can finally move into this newer cycle with more peace of mind is what I'm hearing, okay? Lighthouse. Safe passage. You're finally in the right direction. Both of you are, it feels like. Navigating obstacles. So it's not like creating more pressure and more problems. It's actually navigating them well. There's illumination here. There's security. This is beautiful. You're finally learning how to trust your inner guidance. Safe passage, okay? 11, 20, 27, 20, and number 7 as well, okay? July could have been important for something as well here. Oof. Yeah, whatever they're releasing from is this ball and chain. Stuck, weighed down, addictions, restrictions, heavy burdens, difficult relationship, trapped, baggage, codependency. That's what's being released. Wow, beautiful. Child. Okay, there could have been a child involved. That's probably what there's been the part of this has been something to do with a child, okay? But also with this beautiful child here, this boy, there's this energy of a new beginning, being spontaneous. And I do feel like with this Page of Cups as well, the person who wants to come forwards, they've got this it does say inexperience, so this is something I've not done before. This is not a kind of connection they've experienced before at all, okay? So it's kind of like there's this innocence that they're coming in with the diamond ring at the bottom of the deck, okay? Proposal, engagement, this is what's on the mind. Again, that was coming through before. Union, next level, partnership, marriage, right? That is all what someone's aiming for and desiring for, but they're going to come through with this energy where, again, I do feel like there could have been something about an actual child involved here, okay? And maybe that's what they had to release themselves from as well. Maybe there was some kind of loss there, which is not easily done at all, okay? But also, yeah, there's something new coming on the horizon. It's really beautiful, and it feels like it's going to be a chance to create something new, you know. And with the Empress there, that is really like giving fertility vibes, so maybe you're actually destined for a child moving forwards, okay? Okay, so this is about trusting divine timing. Yeah, so whatever this connection is timeless, right? Life force is kind of it's like honoring your life force, finding your expansion within yourself, within your journey, so that as you allow yourself to unfold through your journey, you can really come back into alignment with whoever this is that wants to come through, okay? I feel like you're on such individual journeys, but you don't even realize how much you're aligning with each other. It's like you're being prepared for each other, truly. It's like there's so much mirroring here, it feels like, as well. Really beautiful, okay? Let's see. Okay. Hanged Man. Spirituality, fantasy, escape, illusion, dreams. The interesting thing about this is giving Neptune, and Neptune is currently in retrograde, so it's kind of like that's what's kind of being, there was somebody in escapist mode and just in fantasy, living in fantasy, trying to escape their real world where there was this ball and chain and they were just bugged out, and like all of this that was coming through and feeling the heaviness of that. And that's kind of, I feel like that's changing. I really do. Oh, the Lovers. Alignment, partnership, love, openness. And that's Gemini energy. Taurus as well. The Hierophant again. Traditions, ruler, leaders, faith, marriage. Like I said. Wow. I think maybe there was something about marriage. Or maybe that, again, that commitment that someone felt trapped in, right? And they didn't really... I don't know if you knew about this. We've got water as well at the bottom of the deck, so things are fluid. So things are, right about now, things are in the process of shifting. Okay, really interesting. I think this is just because somebody's... I do feel like they've carried the weight of something to do with the child, you know, and it feels like a loss. And I don't know if this is something that happened in them, in their childhood, or whether it's actually a child. Okay, the Crow, memories, remembering, mystery, magical power, new events are happening, clever problem solver, observant, and more. Whoever this masculine energy is very observant, because it's all about these resources and detailed, like really, really, that's really important actually. I think there's been something to do with it in your child as well. So we've had to go through some like serious cleansing and clearing of that. Okay, Grasshopper, leap of faith. Sudden change in direction, don't worry, moving on. It's kind of this energy, birth of a son again. That's twice now. You've got the child, the boy, now you've got birth of a son. So whether this is destined for you both, or whether this is something that's happened already, let's find out. I think this could be why somebody suddenly felt off course, like they knew they were going to go in that direction, something suddenly happened. Again, problem solving. Someone's really problem solving right now. Asking questions. Someone who's adaptable, creative, resourceful, clever, entrepreneur. Okay, swans, twin flames, the bottom of the deck. So it could be a deep soul connection that you're experiencing here with somebody, okay? Blooming love, the one. There is this energy of avoid getting trapped in illusions that you're creating in your mind. I think that's something that someone's had to truly work through. But the way that you really honor the truth of the situation, yes, come back to yourself, but when you get to that point where you're ready to finally come together, then you can really talk it out, have the right conversations. It's going to be so important to finally recognize what you've been going through, what the truth is, and not just making assumptions, right? Got the Wheel and the Chariot here. So again, there's something about travel that's going to be really important here. And a huge change, yeah, freeing yourself. I think that's pretty clear that somebody really is freeing themselves right now, whatever this ball and chain energy is, or just that heaviness that they've been carrying, right? Separation, time apart. So there's been separation. That's where the Hanged Man came out there. There has been a separation here. Playfulness, recapturing romance, allowing your inner youthful spirit to shine. and it's something to do with fun. So again, that child like energy is coming through. This could be the one. You've already met the person that the romantic partner that you seek. I think someone's freeing themselves from, you know, like the blinders, you know, and anyone who could get in the way that they've maybe allowed themselves to attach to them, that kind of thing as well. Trust. Again, there's something really big about divine timing here. The situation's calling for you to have faith. That's why that timing card didn't really come through properly. It was just, it's confirming with the lovers, and then the Hierophant, there's marriage, there's high level union here. And that diamond ring and that swans, like there's definitely a deep connection here. But it's like, while someone's trying to clear themselves of whatever this heaviness is, allow yourself to stay in your higher, like light energy. That doesn't mean like spiritual bypassing, whatever that means these days, or like ignoring the truth of your feelings. Honor your feelings. Do not resist what's coming through. The best thing you can do is honor that and have so much faith that you have got it within you to handle that. You really do. That's why it's on your path, right? So you honor that and you get better at it each time you feel these feelings. Every like layer of you that's peeling back, you'll get better at it. Okay, and that's when you can truly get to a point where you can face each other soul to soul, right? Heart-to-heart conversations. So that again is confirming what was coming through in the very beginning, and with that communicate letter as well, that energy. And I was hearing the passionate declarations. I don't think it's going to be a passionate declaration, but it feels like whoa, but it's certainly going to be something that someone has wanted to do for a while, but I feel like they haven't been in the right headspace or heart space. Okay, that's what's changing. Children, this is so big. This is like huge. There's something about children that's so important. True love at the bottom of the deck, divine connection, okay? There's something really important about children. And I also feel like it's actually something to do with someone freeing themselves from their past, okay? So that's really important. Yeah, pay attention to the red flags. Keep an open mind. So again, that's why there's like this energy of have trust right now. Have trust, because someone's not going to be ready when they're still attached to this like ball and chain energy, or you know, this like coffin energy that's coming to an end. But there's been like roadblocks after roadblocks, obstacles after obstacles. They need to clear through that, right? And they're learning how to, within this separation, they've really had to learn how to recognize what red flags are. Because I don't think they realized this before, because I think that actually they were operating from red flags as well, okay? So that's really important. And when it comes to these heart-to-heart conversations, I think that someone has a certain way of being able to feel comfortable and confident to move forward. And this is why there's this energy of have an open mind about this, how this moves forward, okay? So there is a separation currently, and you're being told to have faith, because what's happening is needed, and there's success on the horizon, but there's these things that need to be cleared through, right? Foggy glasses, distorted view, forgetfulness, negative, clouded judgment. I was saying that, be mindful of the illusions that you're seeing yourself in, lacking clarity, confusion. Don't allow yourself to, you know, when you notice that's coming over you, suddenly this like illusions, this confusion, and it's like past energy, it's coming up for a reason, so you can recognize it, step back and clear it. I'm hearing mirror, mirror on the wall. So it's kind of like, are you seeing yourself clearly, right? Because maybe you don't know everything in the situation, but you can at least understand and honor yourself, your truth, okay? Glass heart, vulnerability, delicate, handle with care, truly forgiveness, taking a risk, again, connection, whatever, and apologies there as well. So whatever this is, somebody definitely wants, again, careful planning, blueprint. Somebody definitely wants to tell their truth, and it's going to require safety for them, because it's kind of like they're going to be vulnerable, more vulnerable than they have been before. And there's also something that's really something big about distance. You're going to have to travel to each other, like on the road kind of thing. Wild card, ooh, surprise opportunity, open-ended, game changer, unpredictable, adaptable, the X factor, unexpected, dark horse, advantage. Wow, that's big. There's something about that, like the wild card. This is, whatever this is coming forward, it's going to be super unexpected. But that's why I think pay attention to red flags has come out. So be mindful, don't suddenly expect, you know, be mindful, like how is somebody operating? You know, are they in an okay mind? You know what I mean? Like, or do they still need some time? That love comes with, you know what, take as much time as you need, but also I'm honoring me and what I need, you know. Torch, dark to light, yeah. Forging ahead, liberation, standing up for truth, that justice energy, passion, justice, freedom, bold, courage. Engaged. Yeah, this is someone whose attention, though their attention is where they know they want to go, there's also kind of, at the same time, they're honouring the vulnerability of where they've come from. Yeah, and they're going to need that in return. This gives me Phantom of the Opera, that energy, that chandelier. So maybe it's a theatre, you like theatre. Status, luxury, elegance, sophistication, romance, beauty. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Legacy, celebration, tradition. That's just giving the energy of what somebody wants moving forwards. Doorbell, alert, arrival, someone's coming. Someone could literally like come knocking at your door or something. A return, whatever it is, somebody wants to come through and they want to invite you to something, whether it's a call, a conversation, or face-to-face, whatever it is, because they want to tell you the truth, and it's going to be a very vulnerable opportunity for them, and it's going to they're kind of battling with their own illusions in their own mind with everything that they've been through. You need to be mindful that you're not having that same energy, right? Because you're going to be mirroring. So come back to your center, you know the truth. The illusions are being revealed, like released, right? Yes, pay attention to the red flags, the truth of what's in front of you, but don't make it up, right? So don't cause problems where there's not needed. It's kind of like you're going to both come together to problem solve as well, which is really interesting, so you can decide on how to move forward. I also feel like this is a masculine energy who didn't realize that this divine feminine energy was even, I think she's been the wild card. She's like nothing he's ever experienced before. He didn't even think about, oh my God, you know, maybe there was something about long term there, but with this separation that happened, I think during the separation they didn't honor like the reality of her, if that makes sense. Maybe they just thought she was an illusion. Okay. Right, so moving forwards, let's just see. There's definitely somebody called, yeah, Ace of Swords, clarity, confirmation, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Clarity is coming through. It's going to be a new beginning, but it's going to be to do with clarity of the mind finally, right? And someone's going to feel like this relief as well. Four of Wands, union. We see that in all these cards. That's something that's across the board. Okay, judgment, and there's a child there as well, so that's important. Could be, maybe you're both really connecting to a spirit baby as well during the separation, whether you've realised it or not. Moving forwards, this clarity is going to find, whatever this clarity conversation is going to really allow a foundation to be built. The beginnings of that foundation, of that coming together. Okay, Ace of Swords. I think that's more to do with like finally clearing through. Yeah, the Fool. No more, this is a leap of faith. No more, oh my God, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck as well. The Emperor and the Empress. So no more being kind of confused by whatever was in the mind trying to keep you like stuck. It's finally saying, yes, I'm doing this. Finally finding inner like stability to come forwards. I think someone's finally realizing like the depth of this connection in terms of, you know, it's not just a spark or just something that came and went. Do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of deep healing taking place right now, truly, okay? So, again, trusting in divine timing is super important here, and trusting the connection, the unfold of this for you, okay? Let me know if this message was for you. Sending love.